Wow. Well, tried to do a better production and that fucking failed. Anyway, welcome. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. It's going to be hot as here. 95, 96. That's our hottest day here that I'm aware of so far this year in the Pacific Northwest. At least this part of the Pacific Northwest here in the valleys. And that's pretty hot for here. So I had the thing open all night and all that stuff. So at the top of the chat, pinned, you will see a link. That link is to Marty Music's Chuck Berry solo guide that I'm using for this learning thing that I'm attempting to do. I hope everybody can hear me okay. I'm trying to make the between the mouth and the guitar because I don't. It's an acoustic guitar. Yes, it's got a piezo in it, but I'm not a piezo guy. When I get to actually, playing the whole songs and things like that, then we'll see. We'll see. But anyways, you guys remember I'm learning the solo for Johnny Be Good, and I'm using the Marty Music link at the top of the chat. Definitely not trying to take away. This guy's got great tutorials on everything from Chuck Berry to Jimi Hendrix. Excuse me. He's been doing it for years. He's great. He breaks them down really good. I highly recommend using his stuff if you're studying or you want to learn something because he does it slow. So we're up. He starts it slow, which is what I need. So first, I got to look and see where I'm at. Yep, I'm here on the 6th fret. Whoa, that's slide. I'm like I said, I'm just starting my practice now with you guys. So we're seeing what 30 minutes of practice is going to do. Now we're going to move on. I know I've boggled that up. That was just the first try. I'm okay with that. I've got that part down. Q stick. Where's my Q stick? I don't got a Q stick, bro. I mean, not in here. There's one in the other room. Um, I don't think there's a Q stick in this room. Oh, just Neil, you're. I didn't see the JK. My bottle was in front of it, so. So anyway, now I'm moving to this part, and this is proving to be exceptionally difficult. So you got to anchor this pointer finger on the 6th, and you got to do them both because that's kind of in there when you do this. This is the. Oh my God. Trying to glue these fingers together because you're supposed to glue them together and then just catch the string because you got to have enough room to hit that note and do the thing. Oh boy, it's brutal. It's brutal. If you've never done a bend like that with a finger locked down on the board, I could bend this all day. That's not a big deal. I could even do it with just one finger. But when I anchor this pointer, holy shit. Shit gets real. And he does it like 3 times. I think it's. I got to go back through the lesson, but you got to hit this note just as that mutes out after the bend up. Because if you don't, when you're releasing, your fingers are going to naturally get in your way. If you're wondering, this is what it takes. You got to develop the muscle memory, the strength. That bending like this is much harder than bending without a finger anchor. Yeah. So that's all I'm going to be working on is just that. And I'll start from the top and run through it a few times in this 30 minutes. And Justine, I'm doing it on purpose now. Justine Kasprick, so good to see you. I hope everything's going well for you, my dear. That pretty lady right there can sing and bank and live and adult and all this stuff. Incredible woman right there. Incredible human being. Then, here. Oh, the new house! Yay! I want video. I expect video. Justine, don't disappoint me. You know how I get when you disappoint me. That's not true. That's complete bullshit. But I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one that if you're willing to share your personal space, we'd love to see. So yeah, just saying, you know, and fuck moving, but congratulations. Okay, I'm not a moving guy. Anyway, we're here to practice, not chit chat with the pretty ladies. It's like, okay, I know it seems really boring to just practice this one little, whatever it is, 4 bars of this bend with my finger anchored. But listen, stop, share. I clicked the wrong thing first. Here, this is Marty Music doing this. Go back over here. Share. Here we go. All right. So, oh, nice. So you've got most of it. You've been able to pre-move. Oh, that's so sweet when you can do it like that. That's how I was able to move into this place. Well, that's awesome. That is when available, that is the best way to move, is at your own pace and in time and a room at a time. Ask me how I know. Anyway, so listen to this. And he's doing this slow. I'm not exactly sure where it's at in the riff, but let's see here. All right. Play.
And then you hit that note on the beat. One.
See, I ain't even got to that yet. I ain't even doing that. I'm not worried about that one. No, we're not worrying about that. But you hear how that phrasing works on that string, and I'm trying to get that as close as I can. I don't know, I'm not using the same guitar. I'm not using an amplified blah blah. No, but I'm sure Chuck Berry played this on an acoustic once or twice too. So. So it's getting better. See, that's the practice. That's the practice thing. All right, let's see here. Let me stop sharing. And then we should go back to me. Yes, there it is. So yeah, it's challenging. I know the rhythm's not perfect. I'm just trying to get that phrasing. Let's see what I've been working on this. 5 minutes? I don't know how long the stream. 10 minutes? Well, I've been talking, jacking my jaw. So yeah, 5 minutes, and it's improving. And when you run through that faster, it's way. It's not as drawn out as I'm making it. Let's listen to Marty again um, doing this. He'll go through the whole thing, but I just want you to hear his faster when he speeds it up a little bit. Share and let's shoot back to about here.
Fret of the G string up, and then you hear it mute off, and then you hit that note on the beat. One. So
wicked.
this part.
Wicked. See, when it's closer, this is still only about half speed.
So
it, whoops, not mute, pause. There we go. Yeah, I loved it. This guy is really funny. It really is. He really is a good presenter. Hey, set up by Marshall. Hello, brother. Good to see you, my friend. We just stop share. There we are. And here I'm back. So Chuck Berry likely wrote that lick on strings very similar to what you have in your acoustic. B.B. King wasn't wrong. Why you working so hard? Yeah, well, you know why I'm working so hard, because I want this, when I switch over to that electric right there doing this, I want it to be way easy. Same with the bar chords. I go through my bar chords. Oh, by the way, Marshall, where do you keep your circle of fourths picture at? I seem to have misplaced mine, and I need it because I don't want to look at the circle of fifths backwards. That fucks with my brain. If you got another one, I'd like that to do that. I'd like to get it from you, because I need to start doing the thing, and I've forgotten. It's been so long now since I've been doing that on a regular basis. Anyway, I know that's terrible, but I need to get that back. But this is how my practice goes. Doing things like that. I will try and I knew you'd appreciate the humor in that. Thank you, brother. I absolutely appreciate you for that. Thank you so much. So in the middle of my practice, while I'm doing this, because your fingers get tired, TIED, tired. So in between there, I'll do. There it is. These bar chords on the acoustic down here, these are much more difficult than the full bar chord. The hand strength is totally different. Oh, and I'm growing. You can just see it right here. There's see that. Watch my finger. Watch my finger. I'm not trying to simulate that. Knock it off. Just get your head out of the gutter. That's awful. Anyway, right there, you see where my finger pokes above it. Well, if I move my finger, you see there's still quite a bump there. Whoop, there we go. My hair gives a pretty good backdrop for that. So yeah, that's a callus. That is a callus from starting to do this kind of stuff. And I have created the callus now. And well, first I created a blister, and then I created the callus. The blister went away pretty quick because there was some callus there. Then that little blister went away, and then that skin peeled off the callus, so I felt like I was going backwards. And then oh my God, yesterday it peeled off the whole big layer of whatever the thing was. So it's a little raw today. But anyway, I'll do some of that, a few scales and some of those, and then I'll start. Oh, I don't know what I heard there, but it sounded poopy. and just run through cowboy chords at the bottom. And I know you can't see my hand down here, but I got a fixed camera shit, and I got cats, and it's hot, and I'm old, and I've got a million excuses. But anyway, it doesn't take that long to get here. So if you're thinking you can't, there might be somebody, Darren, that I'm particularly speaking to. Um, don't get discouraged, and don't think that. Uh, even Marshall's fingers are sore. He's picked up that the new band that he's playing some gigs with, and 31 new songs. Whoo! That's a big playlist to learn in a month, or yeah. That's why you are a guitar player and I'm a rank fucking amateur, and I'm okay with that. And I'm okay with that. See, I almost remembered those, and I haven't even started studying that part. I've literally only listened to that a couple of times, and I had never tried it. So I actually got the first three notes of that little right. So that's practice. Darren, come on, you're better than me. You're picking this stuff up so fast. You're already playing songs and performing them for people. I'm trying to learn licks and then put them together and count and sing, and yeah, but don't knock yourself. Don't knock yourself. So let's run through this here. Plant the finger. Yeah, it's that's, and he says that in the instructional. Thanks for that reminder, Marshall. He does say that in there. As it mutes, that's when you lift for your mute. See, you're dead on there, Marshall. Thank you. And you got to not worry about hitting this note every once in a while, because that's in there. It just happens, and you just let it happen when it does. Nope. Pick placement. I work on that a lot too. I'll pick a string. I'm not trying to. Thank you, Marshall. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. So that's and that's also a great thing to do if your fingers are getting tired of doing whatever you're trying to learn. I found that this is it doesn't have to make sense. It doesn't have to be a real scale. Yes, I did mean to make this stream for members only, Justine. This is how I'm trying to finally get my shit together and give back to those that are members. The day or two after it, anybody can watch it, but if you want to be able to comment and be here live, well, you could be here live, but you can't comment unless you're a member. Just like in the regular streams, you can't comment unless you're a subscriber. So yeah. You can still share it out because they'll be able to watch the replay. So if you want to share it out, you can still share it out. But thank you, Justine. The fact that you even said that makes me very, very happy. I appreciate you sharing. Like and share, folks. That is important to do. Justine is giving you a great example. That's Justine Kasprick. Yes. Right on. Cool. All right, let's go from this top-ish and see, because we're at 21 minutes and we get it. That means we only got about 5 minutes left. I talk a lot. Nope, 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 nope. We're going to start over. And I'm going to slow down. Nope. That slide down is harder than I thought. Ah. That's awesome. Thanks, Marshall. And I highly recommend you going and checking out what Marshall's doing right now. He's going through his whole process right from the get-go and how he, what do you call charting? Is that the term you use, brother? Chart them out so he knows his chord progressions and his solos, where things break and whatever. It's fascinating to see the process. I actually might try and figure out how to cast Patrick. That's kind of how I tried to say it. I think good spelling. But yeah, it's become a joke now. Ever since the first time Kurt showed up, I have messed up his name, and now I'm messing up your name. So anyway, so that's where I'm at. That's what I'm doing. I'm not trying to progress too much in my practice between these videos. I'm basically just running over what I've already done as a refresher so that it doesn't get stale and I can remember how it works. So yeah, that's my process for learning this. Yeah. You know what I can do? I can do this thing. Right here. If I do that, and I do that, and there. Check out Marshall's stuff. If you're watching this in a replay, click that link and go check him out. There is so much information and entertainment there. It's incredible. Guitar repair, guitar fix, or guitar stringing. It's there you go. So that is most definitely what you should be doing. I guess I could have spelled your last name correctly when I was typing that first part in there, but hey, stuff happens. So anyway, folks, I'm super glad you guys have all been here. I hope that anybody watching this in a replay is enjoying it. If you're thinking about playing an instrument, do it. I'm 61. I was 57 when I started this. And Mood Elevator. Oh my God. Check that out. Thank you for that. Mood Elevator. Thank you so much. Awesome sauce. Man, I really, really enjoy that. Thank you. No, that's not, I appreciate it, not enjoy. Yeah, I was telling the truth there in a lying sort of way. Thank you, Mood. I really appreciate you. Scotty was a machine again last night. Check out Scotty Butters. I gotta say, just check out Scotty Butters. I'm gonna make you look it up because I gotta start the outro or I'm gonna be late getting out of here. And I'm trying to keep these right on time and the schedule. So you know, we got me jacking my jaws and all that kind of stuff. Thank you all for being here. I love you all so much. You are great human beings, and the outro will say the rest.